folks, here I go playing some IM who is much lower rated than me, but I'm sure he's all right at chess. Was this Bulgaria or something? Oh my God, I got Bulgaria right. Oh man, I didn't mean to play e4. I keep meaning to play c4, but I forget in over half the games. So we're gonna have another e4 opening. Fortunately, I consider myself quite good at this particular line, so. There's some lines I'm good at, some I'm not as good at, and this is one where I feel comfortable in the Taimana variation. Usually they play b5. I don't know how much it matters. Is queen g4 making any sense instead of... I'm going to go start with this move. No, I'm going to do this. I was a little worried about bishop d2 because I thought queen b6 could be potentially annoying. So I'm just going to play the normal way. If b4, knight d5, by the way. All right, so now what? G4 is playable. King b1 is playable. I'll play the safety move. b4 again, I have to go a3 in such positions. Doesn't look good, but you kind of have to do it because once they go knight e7, I can no longer play knight d5 after b4. All right, and now the question is, I usually like to do like barbaric things like queen h5 here. It's total barbarism. Basically just g4, g5. Just go for some kind of mate. This is kind of what Morozevich did against me. So now I have to come up with the best move. Is g4 a good move or not? I like it. I like g4. Increase the tension a little bit. Maybe he should go g6. I don't know. I'll probably go queen h6. He can take... maybe not. Maybe I'll go queen h4. Maybe queen g5. Queen g5, if he takes and plays d5, I have a good feeling there. I want to play this move. Queen h4 also look normal, but I want to like have space for my h-pawn to run down the board. I want to pin his g6 pawn. Threatening stuff like maybe g takes. It could be like unpleasant. So we'll see what he comes up with here. If pawn takes, pawn on e4, I mean, it doesn't look good. It looks like he's opening himself up a little too much. I could take with the knight or the bishop. I think they're both good. So what should he do? I'd maybe take on g4, but then I just... Okay, this move... Well, I have to take. Notice whenever he takes my knight on c3, his knight on e7 is no longer protected, which is an important detail. Alright, so let's look at forcing moves, see if they're any winning or anything. They're not. If I take on f5, he takes with the knight. No problem for him. Rook e1 looks like the safety move. Let's just play safety chess. Because I like my position. I don't want to do anything risky. I mean, I could have went h4, rook e1 or something, but... Something about this move is a little fishy, but maybe it's okay. If I move my queen away, you can take on c3, then sack the exchange, I think. So maybe I have to take and play like e5, or is that not so great? I'm moving kind of slow right now. Let's see. Queen g1, take, 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 take. Oh wait, I have an in-between move of e5. Doesn't matter much though. Whatever. Just go for the endgame. I actually think he's doing okay here. See, pawn takes knight. Or whatever. Like rook b6 and stuff is annoying. Somehow I misplayed. Maybe rook c6, but I'm not like bad. I don't think my position's bad. It's just like not great. I no longer have any kind of like clear initiative or anything. What about knight a2? Just play defensively. I don't know. I don't like his knight coming to d5. I really don't know how to stop it. So maybe knight e2. It's more stodgy. Because then I have knight d4 type ideas. And it defends my f pawn after knight d5. If knight d5, I can also think about bishop f5. But probably I'll go h4, the idea of h5, to soften him up a little bit. A c3 looks good, actually. I don't want to allow knight b4. And I defend my c pawn forever. Just going to stay tight. I'm down on time, so I got to move pretty quick. But my position's perfectly acceptable. What's he going? Knight a4? Let's play prophylactically for now. He moves a knight, I take on d7. Also, I have an idea of bishop to b3. Alrighty. It's an interesting looking move. I don't know. Alright, let's start with this. If rook b5, knight d4, just pushes him right back. Maybe rook g1 was interesting. But he could have just went king f8. B4 is interesting. Does it win his exchange? Probably. Yeah, what the hell? I'll just take the stupid exchange. I mean, it's like weakening my king a little bit, and he has nice squares for his pieces, but I think that this will be good for me. It's just I felt like if I didn't do anything, I was going to slowly strangle him, so it's like a little risky. But at some point, you have to do something aggressive. I think if knight c4, bishop b3, that was my plan at least. Maybe I should have checked first, actually, just to... No, then, yeah, maybe I should have, just to not give him the option. But I think it's okay for me. Yeah, I'm just doing well here. Yep, pin the knight. But I always like to not give people options. See, look at this. It's already... Oh, man. See, I screwed it up. I think I'm still doing quite well. I mean, his knight's pinned, and it's like... I don't know. Maybe it's not that good, actually. It's d-pawn's weak, though. So, like, next move, I'll move my knight somewhere. Is knight f5 good? Well, I gotta take this, I think. I don't know what else to do. And then king b3. And then I gotta find... My knight has potentially very good squares. I just have to get my pieces to them. Or my knight to those squares. But I think, like, knight e2 next move looks kind of normal. But again, I should have taken away the option of knight c4. I mean, it's like standard game theory. Just don't give your opponent options if you can help it. Unless you know that it's a bad option. Unless you're sure. And I wasn't so sure. And so you got like some annoying play. But now I think I have a great position here. Look at this. Look at these pieces, man. My pieces are just monstrously strong. If rook c6, knight d5 looks really unpleasant. This looks really strong. I'll just do it. It's a little, maybe a little premature. I should go h4 actually. Let's keep his rook out for a second. Rook out of c5. I don't know. It didn't seem the rook on c5 was not very scary, but all right. I'll attack your rook. Somehow this looks good. You know what? He has 13 seconds. I'm just gonna play this forcing move. I think he's gonna not be able to stop my a pawn anyway. Yeah, I mean he's gonna lose. B7. I just make a queen. There we go. Alright, I thought that was a decent solid game. It felt nice and solid. I don't know. The end game. Okay, first let me see. I mean, I thought I had a great opening, and then something went a little off. Like, I should be better here. Look, H to G1. I mean, you know what? Oh, see, it says takes. I just didn't quite... What's this? Oh, I didn't really consider that idea. But then the idea is this, and then this bishop's really powerful. Well, okay, I played E5 instead. And I mean, I always thought it was a little better. But nothing... I missed bishop F5. Well, I saw it. I thought he could take on C2, but probably taking on C2 is nothing for him. It's just... I was just scared of it, but in reality, should be okay. But admittedly, it's a little scary to play in a blitz game. You know, he has mating attacks here. So I think what I did was pretty normal. I don't know, I thought this was good. Again, prophylactic. Keep the knight tied down here because it wants to come in here. So I'm making it so I'll take his pawn. And I'm also rerouting my bishop to a more useful square. Rook D1. This I did because I don't know. I thought it might be useful someday. I didn't see what it was doing in E1. Yeah, now I had this. Excuse me, I had this move. And I think bishop b3. Houdini agrees. I should have taken away the knight c4 option and then only then played knight to d4. And it was unfortunate he had this check. I just didn't see it. It says I'm winning. I wonder why. Let's try to figure it out. It says bishop c4 wins the game immediately. What am I overlooking? Oh, I can just trap his rook. Jeez, man. I played all the... I'm stupid. Let's go c4. That wins the game. Just totally missed it. How about that? Oh well. Instead, I was much better because I have like my knight's better and his bishop has no targets. And you kind of saw how that worked. I have a lot of key squares here, 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 even here. Sometimes knight to d5 can be strong. And so I was able to win this position with relative ease. But yeah, overall, I thought it was an interesting game. A lot of... I don't know, I liked it. I felt under control the whole time. And that sometimes happens when you play people 200 points lower than you. You can feel like you're in control the whole game, and it feels nice. It's much harder against strong players to just smoothly outplay somebody like for an entire game. Like entire rated players. Anyway, thanks for watching. See you next time. Bye-bye.